Uh-oh, political antisemitism smears have stopped working. Notes from the edge of the narrative matrix. Israel supporters everywhere have been in full-blown crisis mode for days because, apparently, political antisemitism smears have stopped working. Zohran Mamdani has won the Democratic Party primary in the New York City mayoral race after a frenetic smear campaign to portray him as an antisemite for his pro-Palestinian views. And now all the world's worst people are freaking out about it. I'm seeing some intensely rabid Islamophobia throughout public discourse in response to Mamdani's win, the likes of which I haven't seen since 9/11. All this hatred we're seeing directed toward Muslims is going to look pretty weird after the imperial crosshairs shift to Beijing and all these same people start acting super-duper concerned about the plight of Muslims in Xinjiang. I never get excited about anything that happens in the Democratic Party anymore, but the fact that these smears have lost a lot of their power has some encouraging and far-reaching implications for Western politics in general. Things have come a long way since the PSYOP against Jeremy Corbyn. The British government has strongly condemned a live performance on the BBC by rap duo Bob Vylan, in which the crowd was led through a chant of "Death, death to the IDF." British police are investigating the incident as a potential criminal offense, and Zionists everywhere are treating this incident like a second Holocaust. Inside the Western Empire, it's considered offensive and unacceptable to say death to a foreign military comprised entirely of armed combatants, which is presently committing a genocide in full view of the entire world. It is not, however, considered offensive and unacceptable to commit genocide. So, just to be clear, saying death to the foreign military which is presently committing genocide, wrong, unacceptable, outrageous, no. Causing death to a civilian population because of their ethnicity by that same foreign military force? Fine, normal, absolutely, yes. Israeli is not a religion, and Jewish is not a nationality, and anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism, and all decent people despise the state of Israel. Hating Israel is one of the most patriotic things Americans can do at this point. It's clear now that Israel is going to keep aggressively pushing for a U.S. war against Iran until they get it, and making support for Israel politically toxic in the U.S. may be the only thing that can prevent them from succeeding. I don't like the far right or the far left. I like things to stay in the moderate center, where genocide is fine and people's healthcare money is given to cruise missile manufacturers. They're not going to let any journalists into Gaza until the whole thing's been emptied out, and they've hidden all the evidence of their Holocaust. And then they'll call you an anti-Semitic conspiracy theorist if you say it happened. I have never understood the debate about whether or not support for Israel is commanded in the Bible. If you think the Bible commands you to support what's being done in Gaza, then throw your Bible in the trash and get a different religion, because it's plainly false and immoral. It is not legitimate to offload your responsibility for your own behavior onto your religion. If your religion commanded you to sexually molest children, it would be your moral responsibility as a human being to disobey your religion and stop following it. Gaza's no different. A charismatic, pro-Palestinian Muslim becoming the Democratic nominee for mayor of New York City. Westerners chanting death to the IDF and having a great time doing it. Israeli soldiers confessing their genocidal atrocities in the Israeli press. Israel's PR stranglehold is finally ending.